I'm just going to say that there's probably other vision statements floating out there, because that's been an issue over the last few years, as people would come up with a paper that says, is this the new vision, because this is out there too. So.
This is the one that I think is, we matched this one from the website to...
That one was matched with 4 or 5. I never
Okay.
saw a different one. It was 4 or 5 of them.
And we don't know how long it's been there. Can you see, looking in your computer from your predecessor, the last time this was edited? Like, does it show it's a
No.
2009 or 2010?
It was always the same.
Okay. Okay. So, as Jamie pointed out at the last board meeting, boards have 3 primary tasks: hiring and evaluating the superintendent is the first, working on policy and adopting and implementing and carrying out policies the second, and then, of course, setting the vision for the district. And then once that vision's set, that's then essentially handed over to the superintendent and the superintendent's staff to then set goals and action steps to really attack moving the district towards that vision. And I'm glad that the session that both of you were in referenced that vision's a living thing, because a vision that might be 20 years old that hasn't been refreshed within the last 3 to 5 years might need to be refreshed. So, I wanted to make sure we had a starting point for the board's discussion tonight. And the board, after reviewing this vision, may find that it's vibrant and young and fresh and needs no changes, even if it's been here a while. It may still be the vision for the board, for the district. Or, obviously, you may find that there needs to probably be a visioning session with some strategic planning around making some adjustments. So,
Well, what does ensure that failure is not an option? What's the definition of failure?
it could be academic failure, it could be financial failure, it could be anything. It's not defined here. One thing that I checked on before this meeting, working with school improvement personnel, is that under the old measure, your vision and mission could be kind of a broad and lofty statement, and under the new rules, they have to be measurable. So you have to have something a little more concrete with a measurable outcome. And so that we know through the school improvement lens, we'll have to do some work on building measurable goals that would underpin or support the vision. And so it's not 100% necessary that you have to attach, like, in 5 years we will be at 10% fund balance. You don't have to put that in your vision, but that is a thrust or a direction that, of course, for the district improvement plan, that they are looking to see a more concrete vision of the next 3 to 5 years.
So just to clarify, I mean, typically visions are very, 2 things, brief and broad.
Yeah.
But when you get to mission, then you want to put the SMART metric.
Yeah,
thing on there.
and the 2 should tie in together.
Right.
You should have some metrics. I've seen visions as short as, we are indispensable for the students we serve.
Exactly.
Boom, done.
Right.
And that's the mission, that's the vision. And under that, the mission then begins to build on some measurable platforms with some goals and strategies under that.
So you mentioned, though, that, I mean, the specifics that we should be moving to, I would think that those would be tied into the mission statement.
Sure.
More than the vision, correct?
Sure. And, again, not knowing the last time that these were reviewed, it's not that they,
Let's just say not in my lifetime here.
and so this policy, it says effective August 24th, 2009, but it doesn't mean it was adopted then. It could have been reaffirmed then, or this mission statement here, in 09. I don't know if that was the origin of it, or if it was just reaffirmed, or there was a slight change.
So you're saying that the mission statement provide a positive image of the Taylor School District. Who's doing the providing, and what is the definition of a positive image? I mean,
So
these
one,
aren't measurable.
one way to make that more measurable would be to use the same statement and say, as measured by stakeholder survey data, the board will work to improve the image of the district from the adoption of this statement out to X. And then you reassess. And you're working with your school improvement plan, you're working with your district improvement plan, you have stakeholder data that you're collecting, and some of that data is perception data. So there's a whole section surrounding gathering perception data and feedback, and that's measurable. And once you have that data, you have it from staff, you have it from community members, parents, so forth. You have student data in there as well. So
So who's doing the survey data? I mean, who's doing the surveys and collecting the data? If it's a board, district, mission statement, I know it's supposed to be for every school improvement plan that they're doing their own surveys. But what's the role of the board in knowing what the image of the district is?
that report would come back to the board, and then the board would review that and affirm that they're making progress towards that goal is still, vibrant part of their mission and helping them reach towards their vision. So, again, it may be some time, and unfortunately, I can't speak to that since that is taking place. Typically, a visioning workshop with some work around the mission statement and building some concrete goals with action steps. Good work to do in a workshop setting. But I think this discussion tonight came out more around what is the vision? Have we reaffirmed the vision? We have 3 new board members that haven't been part of the process, but I know, Debbie, you've been on the board a while, and it may have been a while since this work has taken place.
We can ask the other 3 board members that have been here 2 years, did you know what the vision is, and have we done visioning?
We've never discussed it since I've been on the board. We've never discussed the vision statement.
I've reviewed it, of course, part of the policy, but we haven't had a specific meeting on it, no.
So for those in the audience, it reads, Taylor School District is a safe, supportive learning environment where all stakeholders, and then in parentheses, parents, board members, community members, and all staff, work collaboratively to make students their first priority and ensure failure is not an option. So that's the vision. And then the mission. The mission of the Taylor Board of Education is to set policy that provides for high academic achievement for all students, enabling them to be successful in an ever-changing global society. Under that are 4 beliefs. All students can learn. Learning is a lifelong process. All children have a right to an equal educational opportunity, and the educational system is an integral part of our changing society.
And then under that are the objectives.
3 objectives. Provide an educational program reflecting community needs, values, and input. Provide an environment that allows of reciprocating communication encompassing all arenas of the public served, and provide a positive image of the Taylor School District. And the date on the top of that says effective August 24, 2009.
So with nothing to compare them to, is this something that we feel that we're not satisfied with, that it should be built upon and improved, or something that we're good to keep?
That's a good first question. I've seen quite a few vision statements. This one is not too dissimilar. It's affirming that, of course, we are and we aim to be a safe, supportive learning environment where all stakeholders work collaboratively. And then it defines who those are. And we work to make students our first priority and ensure failure is not an option. And I think failure could be interpreted on the individual level, it could be interpreted on a much broader district level.
So
But-
failure can mean different things to different people, so to try to capture and encompass everything that it could mean to everybody, maybe a bit on, I don't want to say impossible, but too broad of a spectrum.
To be honest, with you, having done several vision missions as part of the corporate, you wouldn't normally have a statement like that, it's a euphemism. I mean, you wouldn't normally have it in there. Again, the vision should be, as I said, two things, brief and broad. Honestly, a lot of corporations, it's less than 10 words.
So how would you change it?
Well,
Off
I'm
the
not,
top of your head?
honestly, it could be something as simple as what's on that, right there, educating for the 21st century. It could be, I'm merely saying, the mission is where you really get into the nuts and defining the objectives, and again, to the point that Mr. Williams is making, is you want to have very, smart metrics, real and specific, measurable, realistic time, and so on and so forth.
So shorter vision, broader mission.
Yeah.
More detailed, yes, exactly, that's, you know,
With measurable goals under
they
the
need,
mission.
exactly, you always want to have smart metrics under the missions, and again, everything that Mr. Williams said, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic,
Right. Because as I read this, to me, failure means academically. That's what it means to me,
yeah,
as I read it.
and that's actually why you literally don't put,
Put it there.
yeah, a lot of companies literally will be, design, build, and sell the best product. That's the mission. And then the mission is, we'll compete in this segment, so on and so forth. And it's just typically best left that way. And I think that's in line with what you were saying before.